And yeah, it's the final one for 2019. And all the excitement of season 2. I am joined in the comms box by my teammate for season 1. It wasn't a good session for both of us. But welcome in the comms box in France, Nam, Bulldog. He's with me tonight, so we're going to keep you entertained. We've got Debbie popping in a little bit later. From France, how's it? Welcome. Your first time?
How's it? How's it? Yeah, thank you. Good to be here.
It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. I just want to check everything that the sound is good and everything is fine. And get some telemetry up, obviously.
See, Mr. Cactus the Big didn't wait for anyone. He's already gone onto the track, so he's on his lap.
Good. So let's do that. Okay.
I don't know what's. I was struggling on the whites on my testing night. It was. I don't know what car didn't want to switch on the whites. So let's see how these guys are doing.
Yeah, I think it was some good time set on Monday and Tuesday. I think last night was a bit disappointing. I think Buddies could have probably gone a bit faster. I think Lee probably didn't have the best of sessions as well. I think between me and you, I had the same issue as you. But Monday and Tuesday night, the times were, guys like, I think it was Marco Padeja. I mean, he was extremely quick. So it's going to be interesting to see. We've obviously got very quick guys tonight here. We've got Nam Assassin, we've got Okinel, we've got DBR, we've got Donovan. So if he gets it together, he can be extremely quick. So let's see how these guys get it together. I just want to make sure that, I'm not sure why the AI is part of this now, but anyway, it is what it is.
It was the previous night as well. The names were there, but the guys never came out.
Okay, well, let's keep it like that. So, fitted and okay, cool. So there we go. So first 30 or 25 minutes, it's quite an easy session, only 10 drivers. So the first 20 minutes odd will be for the hards. We are with Cactus, the Big Sheldon, in the Barbie car. And then after that, the guys will swap over to mediums, put their best time on the mediums. And then after that, they will go to the softs and do a hot lap on the softs. And then I think I can speak for both France and Adrian and Sheldon that we should be looking at the data and everything tomorrow. I think we'll probably get it out, the tiers, on Sunday morning, very early. Then it's pick your teammate, which is going to be fun. And then after that, it's the cars. In France, is there any car that you do not want to drive next season?
No, not really. I haven't driven the Toro Rossos. I haven't been in the Red Bulls. I've driven the pink car. I've driven the Haas. I've driven the Ferrari, the Mercedes, and I think that's about it. The rest is all new to me. But I don't care. I mean, as long as they're all on the same set of tires and the same settings, I don't mind.
Yeah, I just can't get over the pink thing. I do not want pink. It's just not happening. So we'll see how the car bidding goes. If the guys will bid on some cars. I've had some questions about buying a car. We'll get to that a bit later. So Sean Towson, Isatronic, pops in first fastest lap on a 1:39.475. Just want to see who else is out.
Adrian is flying around in his yellow machine.
The Canary. There we go. So let's get on board with Adrian a bit. Let's see how he goes. I know he's also over 2019. He's over the game. He's over the car. He's over his season.
Well, once you've tasted 2020, it's just different. It's just better. It's just awesome.
Yeah,
the cars feel better.
I
faster.
agree. It just sounds also better in France. It's just the car sounds like a Formula One car. It's not this. Sounds like a Nissan Pulsar or something. The new cars just sound so much better. And I think once this is done, also one of the decisions that we will be discussing tomorrow, as we're running a bit right there, is what we will do next week in terms of Tier 1 is dominated by Jacques France at the moment. We'll make a call with the drivers to see if we can finish them off next week. Tier 2 is still in it. We will try to slot in 2 races next week for Tier 2 because the World Championship in Tier 2 is really between any 5 drivers at the moment, and the constructors really between 4. So yeah, so it's very tight in Tier 2, and that's the kind of racing that we're going to see in Season 3 with these new tiers that we've done. I tell you, it's going to be exciting. We've got the first email. Bonita, good evening. How's it? I see you on the chat. So Davey's going to pop in later to say how's it to all the girls. I know my wife's also going to pop in a little bit later. It's good to see the girls back again. Welcome, Bonita. You're obviously supporting Nam Assassin. I've taken a 100 Rand bet beforehand. No one wanted to bet anything with me. That Nam Assassin will top the time sheets this evening. I told him he's throwing around PPC cement.
Well, he's just put up a 135.8.
Yeah, there we go. And he was telling me this track is difficult. I told him he's got too much PPC cement bags on that track.
That was my time on the yellow tire.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to see how fast these cars can go. Talking about fast, I think a couple of guys who just couldn't get it switched on in France is, I don't think Jock feels comfortable at the moment. Maybe he spent a lot of time in 2020. I know Savage is not part of tonight's session, but Savage Moses can also be extremely quick. You know, Lee, I think didn't have the best of both sessions in terms of Austria and Russia. So there's a lot of fast drivers who was a bit struggling in practice. And then obviously
100%.
Tier 2 guys who really made name for themselves. If I have to look at Donovan Duffy, Van Dege comes to mind in Russia. I think Polfmeisters was pretty good in Austria, so it's good to see.
Yeah, listen, what we discussed in the beginning of the season is to bring the first 3 or 4 or 5 guys over to Tier 1. Now we're sitting with 3 tiers. And the nice thing for FTR is that there are so many quick guys in Tier 2 at the moment that's going to come into the middle tier in the new season, which is, you saw when we raced the other night. I mean, the guys are doing from Tier 2 are doing the same times as what we used to do in Tier 1.
Absolutely.
So the guys are getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and it's going to be even more so with 2020.
Yeah, I think 2020 is going to be paradise for a lot of people who are battling in 2019. I think the car's much easier to drive. I think if you utilize your assist properly, and like I said, I'm on traction control off, and I'm finding it not that difficult like in 2019. So it's going to be good to see. And once again, I think it comes down to teammate as well. As you know, who do you pick as a teammate? You know, are you going to get along with them? Because at the end of the day, if you're not quick enough for a world championship, maybe you can win the constructors, which will also bring you some cash into the pocket. And I know that everyone's looking at PlayStation 5, and I know there's been lots of talks of rigs on the group. So I think everyone needs money at the moment.
Yeah, money is tight out there. I mean, I work with clients every day. I walk in to buy stuff, and people are finding it very difficult out there. So, you know, and they say the PlayStation 5 is going to cost, I'm talking under correction, something like 10 or 12 grand.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be able to afford that.
That's a lot of money. That's definitely a lot of. One of the guys who was, you know, and I need to give a shout out to him, Mr. Zetronic, Zere, Sean Tozen. The sponsors basically, the sponsors basically got together and contacted me in terms of who is battling, who is struggling. So we could given the guys plenty of time to get the game, and we had a look at the guys who haven't got the game yet by the end of last week. And we picked some guys to assist financially trying to get the game, which I think is an absolute awesome thing. I don't think there's another league that actually buys a game for someone. But Sean was very happy, and you know, he sent me a very nice message afterwards, and he seems to be very happy with his copy of 2020. I think it will fit Sean as well. He's one of those dedicated drivers. He's not the fastest around, but boy, this guy rocks up for every practice, for every qualifying, for every race. He's probably one of the most committed apes that you will find.
Ignite's put up a 135.7.
There we go. My 100 Rand is in trouble.
Seems like your $100 is in trouble, yeah.
So, 5 Cool Publishers, and that's my, I'm going to say better looking half. If I don't say that, I'm going to get into trouble. She's saying, hello in France. Um, what's up with the delay? Are you delayed? Oh, oh, on the stream. Oh, I thought you delayed. Okay. Well, she's saying how's it in France, so yeah, Erica's from this
I
side.
didn't. Oh, yeah, okay. How's the delay?
I thought my wife was delayed. Obviously not. But yeah,
She's obviously not with you in the room, eh?
she is, but I'm streaming, so I'll probably get a
I'm
headbutt
gonna
or
have to
something a bit
talk to
later.
her in private a little bit.
I don't think that's gonna happen. So my 100 grand's in trouble here. Ignite with a really good lap time of 135.7. Namas hasn't gone to second. Burnout on a 137. He can go much faster. I think Sean can also get some time. And welcome back to track for Sheldon Cactus the Big. He's been off track for a while.
Well,
It's nice to see
DBR, I
him.
don't think he's done. He's going out now. That 150 is not. It's not him.
No,
So let's see what he
definitely
can
not.
put up.
No, if Deerwald can get this together, Deerwald can seriously get into the 135s as well. Deerwald's got some serious good one-lap pace. We've seen that in the first half of the season when he teamed up with Tiger Bolt. These two were extremely quick. So it's good to see Deerwald here as well.
They were very good teammates. They pushed each other to the limits. It was nice to see.
I actually think we saw a lot of people or drivers who in essence became faster because of their teammate. And some of them, just to mention, was obviously Tiger Bolt and DPR. The other big one that's standing out is Pofmeis and Pandejo. They literally just ruled the first 6-7 races of season 1. They fell apart a little bit to the end. But I think those two teammates also played the game very nicely. We could see them making way for each other on different tires, not keeping each other, not being in the way. So that was good to see.
He's definitely struggling with something. I don't know if he's. It looks like his car is doing the same what mine was doing. He's all over the place.
And I had the same thing in Austria. I just couldn't.
It's strange. It's very strange. I go with that same setup on time trial, and I do much better. Look at them. They're easy off track now. I do much better times. Come here and I struggle.
Let's okay. Now let's just popping into the pit. So he hasn't set a lap time as well. So Jock Nell also not happy with his setup. Maybe definitely not track congestion. So we'll see as he pops in on the Alpha. I know Jock's also gone off training wheels for 2020, so he's having a good laugh with me every now and again. So let's follow Deerwald around. Let's see if he can put a good lap together in the Barbie car.
No, he's struggling with that car.
He is just battling at the moment.
So his car is doing exactly the same. It's a pity.
So Insane Syndicate is saying on the comment section, you're always sleeping on my boy Ignite's best driver, but yeah, by a mile, and we'll give everyone a clap in 2020. I'm still willing to put up $100, Insane Syndicate, that your Ignite will not touch the timesheets tonight, but well, Gerard, if you're listening, $100, I'm in trouble. Make me proud.
Look, he will come out. You can be sure of that.
No, absolutely. That was. I personally think that was a banker lap. I know his driving style by now. He puts a nice banking lap in, and then he just chases down that lap sector by sector. And that's actually how you should be going about it. So it's good to see the guys chasing each other.
Adrian is having the same. I'm looking at Adrian at the moment. He's having the same issues. He can't go around one corner without going over the curbs.
Extremely strange. I
mean, what is happening here?
Looks a bit better from Deerwald here. Still not touching the apex probably as he should, but let's see if he comes around a 137.8. That's much better from him. Puts him up into fourth, but there's definitely another 5-6
he can be much
for
faster than that. I know he's faster than that. I mean, he's definitely struggling with that car.
And let's see if he can nail turn 1 this time.
You see? You can't get that car to turn in.
Yeah, he just can't get it to turn. In France, normally, what I normally do is in a session like this, when I really battle, I just go back into the pits. I put additional wing on. I take the pain in the straights, trying to get some good exit and entry into corners, and I just see if additional wing doesn't change it.
Heinrich, I played around with my wings, I played around with my tire pressures, I changed my spring tension, I upped them, I lowered them, nothing worked, nothing worked. Yeah, I got it better, but I didn't get it like I wanted it, like I know the car can do.
Absolutely. Look, like I said in Austria as well, I was 3-4 tenths off what I could have done on each tire, which is annoying because in practice it's really the 3-4 tenths that puts you on top. But the nice thing about, if you go to www.FTRF1.com, you will see that the times are, yes, there is a bit of a gap maybe between third and the rest, but in essence the guys are extremely close to each other, which is...
Let's have a look at what O'Connell is doing. He's just come out and I think he's going to put up at a good time at the moment.
Right, let's get on board and live with him in the Alpha. So he's had a really good season in Tier 2. He's still fighting for the championship. 2 races to go, hopefully, for them.
He's a solid driver. He's very persistent.
Pardon me. So we'll see how he's definitely still a championship contender in Tier 2. Car seems to be okay. He's hitting the apexes, maybe not as quick as he'd like to. Maybe just the first lap to see where he is and then push it.
Heinrich, as I said to you before we started, I don't know if the listeners knows this, but on this specific track since 2014, only Mercedes-Benz won here. No other manufacturer, they took pole, but no other manufacturer won at this track before except Mercedes-Benz.
That's absolutely insane. I mean, we had a discussion before the stream, and I couldn't believe that no one else has won this track except for a nerd. So, domination of the past decade. Oh, and invalids that lap as he goes around the last corner. So he's going to have to start all over again. So let's see how he fares. Ignite getting nicely out of the way there. Currently, with 72 minutes gone, it's still Ignite on top with Nam Assassin. He's currently in the pits. Everyone really in the pits. Burnout is on track again, so let's see what Adrian gets up to. Just want to go there.
Well, while you're checking, there's just some interesting facts about this track. The first race was held here in 2014. The track length is 5.848 kilometers. It's got 18 turns. The race distance of 53 laps is 309 kilometers.
Insane. 18 corners, that's a lot, eh? For not a street circuit.
18 corners, yeah. And the lap record currently is held by Lewis Hamilton, 135.7, which is Ignites is doing that on a white. I wonder what Lewis Hamilton did. Probably on a soft.
Yeah, no, this is. I mean, I saw the times also. I think day 2 really impressed me when the guys were. Travis was just stupid fast in his session. I know a couple of guys battled last night, which was, I was one of them. Jock didn't get the best of them. So let's see what Sheldon gets up to. Sheldon is back in the car for a change. It's good to see him on track. He's looking forward to 20. Oh, he invalidates. Turn 1, not the easiest turns in France.
Yeah, no, it's a horrible turn. If you don't get your entry correct, you don't go through. It's an invalid lap.
So the worrying part for me here is O'Connell. I'm on board with him at the moment. Let's see how Sector 1, his back off looks to be.
He's backed off. His ERS is done. He's building up ERS at the moment. I
see the fuel lights also flashing there, so I'm not sure if he's going to have enough fuel to go through around another lap.
No, he's going to have to pit again. His fuel is finished. His ERS is done.
Sure. So the first 20 minutes basically gone, but we do keep the guys. And there goes my 100 rand. Ha! There we go. Nam Assassin on top. I'm a rich man. Like this. 135.597. That's more like it. We can split that $100. Quite happy with that.
He's quick. He's getting quicker.
Love it. The worrying for me at the moment is obviously O'Connell that's not getting it together. DBR that's finding the car difficult to drive at the moment. This is the last session. There is no more testing for 2019. We will most probably finish off next week. Then we'll take a week break. The website will be under construction for a couple of days while we get all the information in. And then the fun part starts. So I've had a chat with the guys on, I think it was a Monday and Tuesday, regarding teammates. So I think every driver more or less knows where he should be. I don't think what we as a management team... I know where I want to be. I don't think what we will do as a management team will be a surprise for the guys. I think it will be basically, I knew this was coming. Teammates for you, have you sort of like had a thought about a good teammate, what you want to achieve in the next season? Are you going to keep all your assists on as what you did in this season? Are you going to not change anything? So what's your plan for the next season?
I have to start with the assists. I can't get the traction control off thing right. I tried everything. I honestly, I can drive without braking assists. I can drive with a manual gearbox, but I can't seem to get that traction control thing under my knee. And I don't know what I'm going to do about it. A
lot of walls and a lot of front wings for me.
Yeah, you see, for me, I don't have the patience to do. You know, I can't sit. I've already broken one pair of earphones, and my wife looks at me funny every time I break stuff. So
I just need to tell the viewers as well. This man who's breaking earphones was my teammate last season. Just want to put that out there if anyone's got sympathy for me. Before you carry on, I just want you to say hello to Bonita. She's popping up here on the stream saying hello in France, so please give a shout out. I know she's family, so give a shout out there for Bonita in France.
Hallo Bon, hoop het gaan goed. Ek wil net vir die viewers ook sê dat Bonita se man is the uncle in the racing business and he's kicking ass like you can't believe.
There we go, baby. $100 for Heinrich. Oh man, I should have put 1,000 on, man. I was stupid. So assist, yeah. In terms of your goal for season 2, obviously a lot of new tracks coming up. You know, we've got Vietnam, I think it's the third circuit. Straight after that, we've got Zandvoort. Then we go back to the old basics, which is China, Spain, those kind of things. In terms of teammate and your expectations for your season for the next season?
Well, Nam Assassin has asked me to join up with him in the previous season, and we didn't join up. You and I became teammates. We haven't discussed it at all for the new season. If I look at his times, I'd like to have him as a teammate.
I think everyone would like to be a teammate. He's dropped the Grant and Travis at the moment. And obviously, let's not forget about Koenraad. I mean, Koenraad is extremely fast.
If he can take the season, I can help him take the constructors at least.
Yeah, there's some money in it. And then obviously it boils down to, you know, are you going to be, or are we, or any driver, you know, are you going to be in the same tier as the guy that you would, I mean, for me personally, I would like to still be your teammate. I'm not sure if I'm going to add value.
That's exactly where I'm going to. Yeah. I don't see myself in the same league as Nam Assassin.
Yeah, no,
He's
me
much
neither.
faster than me. I mean, to team up with a guy that's that fast, you're going to hold him back. I mean, he should be in tier 1 with Jacques Legrand and those guys. He is that quick, and he's getting better by the day. So if you and I are in the same tier for the new season, according to our times, I have no issue going with you as my partner again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also for me, you know, as Heinrich, I think if I have extremely quick teammates, you can only learn so much from that guy, and eventually, for me, I think I'll get demotivated if I just keep on being beaten by 5-6 tenths every race.
I don't get demotivated. I just break stuff and get the moving.
or just break stuff. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But I think it's difficult. I think there's a lot of guys who said, like, I want to be this ex-teammate. I think once it tears us out, it's going to be interesting to see who wants who. I still believe that your teammate must make you a better driver. In terms of speed and passion for the game, I think everyone's passionate about 2020 because it's something new, which is great.
The other thing to consider, Heinrich, is that everybody can't put in the same hours to practice. I, for instance, can't Namus hasn't put in a lot of hours to get this thing right. I'm not at that level. I can't sit in front of this thing. I don't have the time to start to have during the day, or
Yes.
on weekends I've got other stuff to do. So if you must be careful in choosing a partner, because you have to put in more or less the same effort as the other person. And if you can't do that, it's unfair towards the other guy.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of the guys who's gone, you know, no training wheels and switching off ABS and traction control. I know there's a lot of them who's been playing around with it. I know there's guys like Pandejo, who's basically, I think he switched off his ABS and he's trying manual gearbox. I think it's also difficult for them to pick a teammate because he's not going to be fast in the first 4, 5, 6 races until he gets to it really. And you don't really want to let your teammate down every race. Your teammate finishes up in the top 3 and you finish last, or you have a DNF. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, I think, especially if you start switching stuff off.
I don't want to say negative things about other leagues, but that's where I can come up for FTR, is that we're doing this for the specific reasons to get everybody more or less on the same foot. When I used to race for a different league, this was not an option. You arrive there and you drive. Doesn't matter how quick the other guys are, you just come in there and do your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least we are now shaking up to get the guys more or less on the same level and the same times.
Absolutely. Look, I'm going to say it like it is. When I was part of midweek racing, I was getting a hiding left, right and centre. I teamed up with Jacques Lagrancy, which was probably the most demotivating thing ever in my life. It was not out of choice. It was drawn out of a hat. He was my partner in, I think, season 2. I've learned a lot from Jacques during that time. I became much quicker. But
sure.
It was ridiculous getting lapped on lap 20. You didn't feel, it wasn't fun to play the game. It was not fun practicing. So, yeah, so as FTR as a management team, we're trying to get rid of that, trying to motivate the people and say, look, we know everyone can't be as quick as a Kunrad or a Travis or a Nam Assassin. So use the assist that you want and see how fast you can get, which I think is great.
I mean, for me personally, it demotivates me driving with Jacques now, because he is so quick that every time you see his name there, you just know that you're gonna get beaten by this guy. Absolutely. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction. Coming back to the track, you just mentioned Vietnam. Oof. I see a lot of guys say they're struggling with it. I find it a great track.
Look, I must say in France, obviously with traction control off, it is, for me, it's probably one of the worst tracks to
choices.
Choices. I hear you, but I've made up my mind, and I'm quite stubborn. I think I'm like you there. I'm stubborn and stuff like that. If I decide to do something, it's just going to happen. But I find it extremely difficult, that track, with traction control off. The low speed corners still gets to me. I think every track that's got low speed corners gets to me. Like Bahrain, I think turn 1 and turn 2, I lose probably about 4/10 to anyone else who's got assist on. I catch them eventually during the lap, but I'm too slow in sector 1. Vietnam, the same. I haven't even put the foot into Zandvoort yet. I'm too scared. I just look at the track and I go like, oh boy.
It's a nice track. I think Okinawa's going to go for a fast lap on the softs now, or the medium, sorry.
Yeah, so the hard time's basically done. So it was Nam Assassin topping the hards, followed by Ignite, Burnout in 3rd, Okinawa in 4th, DBR. Just looking at the comments here, Okinawa saying, and this once again is choices, saying, I sold my wheel, waiting on a new. He's waiting on a new wheel. Jock, you must tell us where you get this money during the COVID lockdown, buddy. He's struggling on a controller. Feel how the poor people drive in FTR with controllers.
Cry for you, Joe.
Yeah, cry for you. Hubert saying, how's it guys? I miss you. Good luck for the new season. Yeah, Hubert, it's nice to have you on board. It's a pity that you're not driving with us anymore. I know life got in the way. Obviously, time difference. You in America and us in South Africa. That's working hours for you, and it's sleeping hours or playing hours for us. Hopefully, we can have you back. I told you about just to get a job where you wear red shoes and a red shirt, maybe on a corner, maybe he can join us, but he didn't want to go for that. So
Anything red except the beret.
Yeah, no, that we're not going to go to. Jaco Nagel saying, how's it? He's supporting Oakinel. Anthony Fineveld saying, how's it? And he misses Wizards Virtual. Yeah, I think we all do. Our American ambassador. So medium time. So Nam Assassin. Let's get on board again a bit with Nam. I'm just reading our comments and I'm forgetting about. I also want to get Debbie in quickly. So while we've got a bit of a break here, I just want to just pause the stream a bit. I want to get Debbie in. That was a promise that I made to all the viewers, to invite Debbie through to the comms box, and I'll tell you a bit more about Debbie as we go along. Maybe in France didn't expect this one, but it's going to happen. We're going to get a female in the comms box, and I must say, I think this is the first time. Obviously, I've raced with midweek racing for quite some time. I think this is the first time that any league has basically got $100.
400's off his white, off his hard tire. I think he can go much faster.
Yes, that's still massively quick. So let's see. That Ferrari just looks so sexy. So yeah, we're just waiting for Debbie to join us. Debbie is, I'll introduce her when she pops in. So Nam Assassin leading the way at the moment at a 1:35.0, as Franz said. Ignite. I just want to put on here what was their best times on. So let's do that. And
I think Ignite should take it this lap. He's half a second down from Nam, but he is flying at the moment. So
yeah, so let's have a look and see what Ignite can do in the Silver Arrow. He's gone purple. Just want to make this map a bit bigger so we can just get. So he's got purple in the first sector. Let's follow him around. Sector 2. Let's see how far is he up. So he can put in another purple. There goes my $100. Hopefully not.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's a long session. It's a long session.
Don't count your chickens just yet.
So let's follow him around and then we'll introduce Debbie quickly. So let's see how he's doing in Sector 2. So let's see if he's going to be up as we get to the end of Sector. Oh, he goes purple in Sector 2, a 107. So let's see.
He's definitely, he will be faster. Nam, don't know what he did, but he obviously had an issue with something. We'll see if he comes out again. I hope
well, Sector 3, sometimes France is not the easiest sectors to, if the pressure is up and you see those purples popping up, Sector 3 in Russia is not the easiest sectors to do under pressure, but he's doing it nice and clean, pointing the car. There we go, 134.9. Our first 134 for the night. Well done, Ignite.
Nam is behind him. Nam is on a hot lap, so let's see if Nam can pop in there.
Yeah, so let's pop in with Nam. So while we're on board with Nam, and we're going to obviously just jump in there if he gets me my $100 back. So Debbie Stradom is basically the other better looking half of Adrian Stradom, which is also better known as It's Burnout 007. It's Burnout is driving in Tier 2 in Season 1 at the moment. He's testing tonight, currently in 4th position, but he hasn't put a time up on the... Yeah, he hasn't put a time up on the mediums yet. Debbie, welcome for the first female ever to be on a commentary stream. Well done.
Hi, how are you guys?
Welcome, Debbie.
Welcome, Debbie. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. I had a bit of a chat with you beforehand just to make sure that we don't abuse anything here. It's awesome to have a female. I'm going to give one question at least to France because yeah, it's weird having a female in the comms box. Debbie, so from Adrian's point of view, obviously he spends plenty of time on the PlayStation, and have you sort of like started to like the whole Formula One thing? Has he taken you through? How does it work?
Well, yes, mostly when he drives or practices without you guys, I'm the one that tells him that his petrol's done. Changing gears and all that.
Race engineer.
As well. Yes.
That's
basically what I do.
That is super awesome to have a race engineer, or your wife as your race engineer. I mean, she can seriously give you a clap from the back and say, look, you're wasting my time and stuff. So you sort of like understand Formula One. Do you watch Formula One with him? Normally when
yes, I do.
On Sundays when it's race days. And who's your favorite in Formula One at the moment, except for obviously Adrian? In real life now. Just do not say Lewis Hamilton. Please don't say Hamilton.
No, there's no way I'm going to say that.
Oh, good grief. That's brownie points.
No, it's Vettel, but now that he's leaving, I guess I'll have to get a new one.
Yeah, no, he's not Vettel anymore, he's now on Dettel.
Yeah,
that's true.
So, Debbie, also, I mean, have you had a go at the game? Have you physically sat down with the remote in your hand and maybe had a couple of laps on your own?
I've tried, but yeah, the wall was my best friend by that time.
Yeah, I think I was in a race once where we thought Adrian was racing, and I think Debbie was racing.
Yeah, and she was actually much better than Adrian, which was insane. I mean, yeah, so I think Debbie should start racing. Maybe Debbie's been racing all along. Maybe it's not Adrian.
Well, you laugh, but I think Dewald and I had a laugh before about that. I think Debbie was the one kicking our butts in the beginning there.
So
we'll keep that in Randfontein.
So Firecore Publishers has popped up here. My wife Erica, she's saying, "How's it, Debbie? You go, ladies." So it's nice to see the ladies commenting on you being in the comms box. So Debbie, in terms of Adrian, he's obviously very happy with 2020. He's going to put in a lot of time and hours in the game. Are we going to see a Debbie burnout female version soon? Maybe in a league or something? Are you going to get some ladies together?
Why don't we do a fun run one Sunday or so with the ladies?
I actually think that's a great idea. I think we just give them all the assists that they want.
I mean, Name Assassin's wife is a stock car driver. She is a racer. She races with my old V8, so she can drive. I'll have to put some effort in with my wife. I put her on once, and oh my God, we had a laugh.
Look, I think my wife understands the controller because it comes, with the Sims. She can play the Sims quite perfectly. I'm not sure if it's going to work on F1, but I think it's a good idea in France. I think we should maybe do like.
I think we must do a fundraiser or something with the ladies.
Yeah, maybe like a charity thing. I'll get my head around it and get Debbie to get.
You see, Debbie, what happens when the females come into the comms box?
So what we have to. Can't we just guys every time?
Yeah, you know what? I think
if
you set the standard with a couple of ladies, actually getting involved in F1, I think that will be a first for South Africa in general. So I will be extremely, and I think I speak for France and for Adrian and for Sheldon. I think as a management team, we are 100% behind anything like that. We'll even make sure that there's prize money for the girls. We'll obviously not make it as difficult. We'll take it down to 25% race and all that kind of stuff because we know there's kids and all that kind of goodies and you have to pick up after your husband. We get that. But Debbie, I think if you can convince the girls on the stream like Bonita and I think it's Hanley and obviously my wife Erica and France's wife, if you can start convincing these girls to join you on a Sunday, I think we're more than happy to stream that for you guys. We'll get a female commentator in maybe as well. I think that will be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
So Debbie, just the last question for you, because I know also you have to look after the kids while Adrian is trying to race here, unless you're in the car this evening. By the looks of the times, I think you're in the car. Oh, okay, all right.
I'm just advising him.
Just the last question for you. From Adrian's point of view, I mean, obviously he takes the game seriously. He's part of the management team now. Obviously very committed to the league. Any expectations for Adrian in season 2? Do you think he will be able to have a better season than what he had this season? I know he got very frustrated in this season. Maybe not practicing enough with you bad as he should because of time difference. Do you think he will have a better season this season coming up?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we hope so. I just think that because of the lockdown and work and everything, he wasn't really, I won't say not committed, but his head wasn't all in of it. But yeah, I think 2020 will be good. He started practicing that already. He's already done with 2019, he says.
I think we all
are.
I
think 2020, 2020 will definitely be, I hope he does better there.
Awesome. Well, I think 2020 is the game for you to get involved. I'm definitely going to get my wife Erika over this weekend on an easy track like Canada or Imola or Monza or something. so she can just start understanding the car. But Debbie, listen, I know you've got kiddies and everything. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a first for us. I think it's a first in general. Get the girls behind you on the stream. Let's see if we can maybe do a race in a month's time or so between the girls, and let's see how it
Yeah,
goes.
definitely. I think we need to arrange that.
We'll have some race engineers for you guys, so I think it will be awesome fun. Debbie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Debbie.
Have an awesome evening, and yeah, good luck with the practice sessions. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, you guys too.
Okay, man.
Nice
Ciao,
weekend.
ciao.
Bye.
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 Your $100 is just in trouble again, Mr.
Ugh, mother
Yeah.
buffer. No, man. This is.
Now,
Can I get a direct
don't-
line to PE,
well,
to Umgarad? Can anyone
let's see.
quickly...
He's gone out again, so with a new
Bonita.
set of tires.
Bonita, I'm talking specifically to you now, because I know you're watching the stream. $100 for me is a lot of money during COVID. So you better ask Umgarad to step it up now. Look, Frans, I think it was nice to have a female in the comms box for a change. I think it's awesome that I think there's so many gamer girls out there, but they just don't
for
get
sure, for
the
sure.
opportunity. I'm not sure if they're Formula One racers or fans or anything, but my wife just said this afternoon to me, and like this funny voice, like, she'll give it a go. She'll see how it goes. And I was like, well done. You know, I'm going to start setting up a car for her and put everything on and automatic and everything. And
Yeah, but we must be careful that they don't take over and we don't have time to drive.
look, I'm getting my timing right. So by the time she really gets into F1, there's a PlayStation 5 on the way. So then she and the kids can battle about the PlayStation 4. I don't give a crap what's going on there. But
Bonita will give Nam Assassin a go for his money, I can promise you that.
I do not want to cause domestic violence anyway. We're currently with Nam Assassin. Let's see. Is he going out on a...
He's
hot
going
lap?
on his hot lap now, yeah.
Right, so let's follow him around. Let's get actually on board with him in the Ferrari. Good exit out of the last turn. DRS wide open just after this little kink, which they call a corner, which is not really. There we go. DRS wide open. Let's see. We've seen people battle through turn one. Let's see if he can master turn one and get that purple sector up.
While you're watching him,
Oh,
and you
good,
can keep
good.
on watching him. GBR is only coming out now for his first lap on these mediums. So let's hope he does. Let's hope he does a better time as well.
Absolutely. I see the back end stepping a bit away there from Nam Assassin. So much better quarter entry. I think it's turn 5. As it goes around this turn 6, turn 7. Very close. Oh, beautifully done. Not a personal best in sector 1 though. Let's have a look at sector 2. He's backed out of this. He's lost too much time. Yep.
He's battling with something.
So let's see. Remember, my 100 Rand is still safe. We work on Delta. We don't work on per tire. So he was obviously quickest on the hards. If you could just keep it together on the mediums, I'm pretty sure my $100 is still safe. So let's pop into the comment section here. Jaco Nagel saying, my wife, Henry. I thought it was Henry. Sorry, Jaco. And apologies, Henry. Just busy with the baby at the moment, but she's going for a female race. Henry and Jaco, guys, that's much appreciated. That's awesome. Anthony Groenewald saying, maybe the ladies can have a go on Austria also. Easy check. I think Austria, yeah, maybe Austria, Monza, Canada. I think that's...
Yeah, we can't give them Monaco. The race will never stop.
Or maybe they will just put in better times than what we do. So that's going to be a problem. Falk will probably just saying, yeah, this is what I told in France. He's going to hook me with something, and then we're going to fight over his PlayStation. So my wife's saying we're going to fight over our PlayStation. Yeah, there it comes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll come.
Trouble is coming.
Well, Nemesis backs into the pits. Obviously,
Alrighty.
to change something.
So Okinal is also on a very good run here. He's on a 135.4. Let's Cactus get no. There we go. So not good track awareness by Sheldon. Okinal started a hot lap. As he went into turn 1, Sheldon just found him in the middle of nowhere. So he's going to have to do it all over again. Currently Burnout in 5th. He hasn't done any mediums.
I think DBR is going to go on his hot lap now.
Right, so let's get on with the Pink Panther. And let's see how Deerbolt can manage this. Nice exit out of the last Well, that looks valid. So he's on and going. So let's see how he manages turn one on the medium. The hards was a bit difficult for him. Another car coming out of the pits. Hopefully this will not affect him. Getting well out of the way. Well done, Adrian. I don't think Renault will be happy with that
No,
time
well,
but
they were just gone into invalid lap there. He just
good
went
grief.
over the curb.
Just a bit too eager. But good getting out of the way there. We've seen some great sportsmanship in all these practice sessions. If I look at Ignite getting out of the way just now, Adrian getting out of
the guys.
the guys have been
are doing a good
very,
job.
yeah, absolutely. Barring that incident, Sheldon. But
Bernard is gonna just give another go at a hot lap now. He's coming around to start his lap.
Alright, so let's get on board with Adrian here. So 43 minutes done. Currently your top is Ignite, Nam Assassin, Okinel, Donovan Duffy. It's Burnout and fifth. That's going to be invalid. He's taking too much of that turn. DBR in 6, so we're going to jump off Burnout and get on board with DBR. He's also invalidated, but hopefully he's got enough fuel on. Yeah, looks like it. He's got enough ERS. He's going to have another go. Cactus the Big is currently in 7th. Sheldon Isatronic is in 9th. Who am I missing? I'm missing something. There should be 10 drivers.
No, there's
Did someone leave?
only 7 guys at the moment. I didn't see anybody leave, but there's only 7 guys at the moment.
Ah, okay. Alright, let's get on board here with Cactus Sheldon. Let's see if he can put something together here. Nice out of there. Keep the the back end just sticks out a bit. So he's going to abandon this lap. Alright, let's get on board with DPR. Just everyone is battling.
Again. Everybody's bad. Oh, I don't know what's going on here.
France, if I look at it, it's turn 1, and if you want to call it in essence, I think it's not turn 1, well, turn 1, basically turn 2, turn 3 and turn 4. That's where the guys are invalidating. The rest of the lap, they seem to be fine. It's just that quick 4th gear right-hander that catches everyone.
Donovan Duffy is preparing himself also to go now on a hot lap.
Yeah, so we haven't been on the Williams, the Rocket, so let's get on board with Donovan and see how he goes.
I just hope Adrian is not on a hot lap because he's sitting right behind him.
So maybe Adrian can get a bit of slipstreaming here, maybe get a nice good racing line. Ooh, Donovan, don't get in the way here. And Adrian is backed off. So not good there. Both of them just in the wrong place in the wrong time. If Adrian is clever now, you just maybe just give Donovan a little bit of a gap to go and just climb in that slipstream, try to get another 10 or so.
Exactly doing that, yeah.
So let's see if we can follow this through. So Donovan and Burnout starting their hot lap, so this is going to be nice to see in a practice session. This is good.
It's like having a little mini race.
Absolutely. So Donovan invalidating that turn there. He's getting out of the way now for Adrian. And as I said, that Ignite goes even faster.
Ignite goes much faster, half a second from Nam.
Yeah, 1:34.1. That is seriously good pace. I just want to get
that's quick.
With, Burnout. He's invalidated his lap as well. So currently, Burnout hasn't set a time on the mediums. DBR hasn't set a time on the mediums.
Donovan Duffy is only on his first lap.
Okay, looks like he is invalidated. He's probably going to start another.
But I have to say, I mean, if you look at this now, DBR in this season is a tier 1 driver. Cactus the Big is doing half a second slower than him, and he's in the tier 2. So already there you can see that the gap has come down tremendously between the guys.
Absolutely. So just want to pop into the comments here. So Bonita saying, what times are DB and Donovan Duffy on showing the hards? So Bonita, what I've done is I've just shown that telemetry for you to show you that the best times that these guys have set on now is on the mediums, and if there's a hard next to his name, it means that he hasn't set a time on the mediums. everyone is on circuit at the moment with mediums. It's just basically burnout and DBR that hasn't set, but I will change the telemetry for you. So let's do that. So fitted, there we go. Everyone is on the mediums. Sean is electronic. We're going to get on board with him as soon as he gets out of the softs. He's sitting in the pits just waiting for everyone to pit. So I'm getting another stick here from Insane Syndicate saying, keep on telling you, Ignite is the man with a plan. We'll see if that plan works out on the softs. I still got faith in my uncle in the furniture business from PE. So, Bonita, it's now time. He either needs an espresso or a whiskey or a Hansa. I don't know what Mujara drinks.
I think he's on a gin car.
Okay, well, now we need to get the gin going. So you need to get that straightened, so whatever he drinks, now's the time. Because I'm getting flack here on the comment section. So it's not Insane Syndicate, welcome anyway to the stream.
I'm watching Donovan at the moment, and he's had a good lap so far. Don't know what his time is going to be like, but...
Right, so let's see.
Purple sector for him.
Purple sector.
Yeah, he's running. He missed a little bit there. He missed the chicane there.
Let's see if we can clip this corner here. If we can clip it. Oh, he runs a bit wide. It's going to make traction out of this one. Oh, loses the back end.
Oh, man.
And that's that section of corners that if you get that wrong, that 5/10 missing immediately.
Yeah,
so much time to make up, so much time to lose.
That's so unnecessary, man. He was running a nice purple sector in the middle of the track there.
Okay, he's got still ERS left. He's got 50%, which is more than enough for this lap. So let's follow him around in sector 1 and sector 2. Let's see what he can do. He is in the Williams. He's backing out. It looks like he's backing out.
He's done 2 laps on those mediums, so he should have enough on those tires to do a good lap stop.
And as I said, that Nam Assassin is a 1:34.2, so he's closed that gap dramatically. There's only like just over a tenth between him and Ignite at the moment, so that's going to be good for the Delta. OQ Null, 1:35.4. He's obviously battling with the remote. Jock, welcome to my world on the remote. Donovan Duffy. Yeah.
That's a very good time for a remote, I must tell you.
It's better than mine. And I don't know why he's saying he's battling. Oh, good grief.
He's a very consistent driver, Mr.
He is. And very dedicated to the game. Loves Formula 1.
I think Debbie has to whisper in the audience ear a little bit. Yeah, he needs to come into the 136s.
Right, so as you say that, he's ducking out of the pits. Brand spanking new shiny mediums going on that Renault. I hear another car engine start. DBR's also going out. Burnout's going out.
DBR's time and Burnout's time is very, very close together.
Esotronic Sean is on the soft, so let's see what Sean can do on the soft. We haven't been looking at him for a bit, so let's get on board with Sean and Toro Rosso. So like I said earlier, Sean Tozen, I hope I pronounced it right, Sean. If you watch the stream a little bit later and I've done a mess there, just let me know. But Sean, very dedicated to the league. He just pitches up for everything, loves his racing. Very happy with his 2020 game. I think he also just wants to get on with 2020. Sean, this is your last evening in 2019, hopefully in practice. So then you can get on with it. So let's see how Sean masters. He goes nicely through turn 1 and turn 2 on the softs. Let's see if he can make up for some lost time here.
Is he on a steering wheel or
Sean is also on a controller.
You can see that, by the way, his wheels are wiggling left and right.
Yeah, you can. He's part of the poor side of the FTR league.
Come now.
Insane Syndicate saying Ignites the controller. Yeah, no, absolutely. Jacques Legrand is also on a controller. Matt Trav is also on a controller. Just putting it out there. Kunrad Fourie, I think, is one of our new drivers that's joining us in season 2. And he's had actually the privilege of driving with one of the esports guys, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did a bit of research on him. I can't remember.
Another invalid lap.
Yeah, for Sean, so that's not good. But yeah, he's also on a controller. So a lot of people on controllers, a lot of people on wheels. I think it's personal preference.
Yeah, DBR is also on the controller.
Yeah, DBR also, Burnout's on a controller, Donovan's on a controller, Oaky obviously waiting for his new wheel, Nam Assassin on a wheel, I know in France next to me is also on a wheel, I'm on a wheelbarrow apparently, not even close to...
I'm on a wheel, but it's definitely a better wheel.
So, very annoying, but yeah, hopefully I can move to that.
Looks like DVR has done something to his car. It looks much better.
Yeah, I'm currently driving with him. The car seems to be pointing in all the right directions, but it can also be the softs in France. The softs. Oh, sorry, he's still in the mediums.
He's on the mediums, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if we can get this together.
Car's much smoother through the corners.
So I think the battle on the top 3 is basically done and dusted on the
He's
mediums.
just done a purple sector.
Ooh.
Yeah,
come on,
he's done something right. Nicely done through there.
Nicely done. Let's see. Touches the apex.
Oh,
a lot of people
there.
just misses that apex. In fact, you can actually cut that corner quite dramatically, Franz.
You
and
can,
it doesn't, yeah, and it doesn't invalidate.
Yeah, I go very close to the wall there.
Let's see if this puts him
This
up.
car looks much better.
Much better. Here we go. Upper position, 135.7. Yeah, that's good enough. That's nothing to shy away from. I think the battle for the top 3 is basically done on the mediums. I see Ignites in the pits fitting the softs. I think it's only a matter of time till Nam Assassin's going to fit the softs. Ooh, that was a good turn 1, Devil. Mother. So hang on, let's stick with him. He's still got a bit of ERS with all the braking zones coming up. Let's see what Sector 1's going to look like. I bet you if he's up in Sector 1, he's just going to continue. Good exit. This looks clean. This looks clean.
I hope his ERS doesn't run out.
Oh, but wide out of that turn. But let's see. So no personal best in Sector 1. I thought it was
much better, yeah. Of course, I don't know what he's done, but...
oh, just a little bit too much of that one. Okay, well, that's pit time for him. He's probably going to come in and fit the softs and see how he goes along. So Sean has done a soft, but he hasn't put a competitive lap time in yet. He's still out on a very nice helmet. And Frans, this is the next thing I want to ask you, because this is something that we never really focus on. Helmets. We see obviously Mr. Pumpkinhead, Jacques Lefrancie with his pumpkin on his head. I cannot understand how you can drive like that. But your helmet, is there any specific thing to your helmet? This is something that I'm going to start focusing on in Season 2. I'm going to start looking at the guys' helmets, trying to understand why they choose that helmet, why the color scheme. Are you doing anything nice with your helmet?
Well, I've been in the house for a very long time now, and what I've done with the helmet is just to try and match it to the car.
Yeah, so I think my helmet and your helmet is very close to each other in terms of what we've tried to do.
Yeah, I went for the black helmet with the gold stripes. Just it's all about matching it. So
yeah, I think a lot of guys. I'm going to try something different this season. I've sort of like designed a Fernando Alonso helmet with his return. I've also done a Senna replica, which I think looks very good. So I'm going to try out a couple of helmets in Season 2. I think it's going to be fun to have a chat to the guys about their helmets and why did they choose it. Yeah, and obviously I think it's DBR who's doing the Mark Webber. Not Mark Webber. Daniel Ricciardo. I think he's gone for the pink helmet, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And no, that's also a nice touch.
I would go for the Bolt look, but unfortunately it's not an option. Can't get it.
Oh man. Alright, so
we got Nam coming out on the softs. I see Ignites has done 134.1 on his softs.
That's quick. That is just so quick.
Let's see what Nam can do here.
Yeah, he's ducking out of the
also
pits.
now on the softs.
So let's see, Jacques is also ducking out. Nam Assassin is out, so we're going to stick on the... Okay, so Jacques also going out, so they've got a out lap to do. Donovan in the pits currently hasn't fitted the soft yet. DBR back into the pits. Burnout, he's going to have another go on these mediums. He said, I'm not done yet. He feels there's more time to win.
Yeah, he's got enough time to still have another go at it.
So Bonita Klotz is saying, yeah, Thrustmaster, I take it that Gerrit's on a Thrustmaster. Dylan is saying, welcome to the stream, Dylan. He says it's the same It's a shame the G29 has doubled in price. I expect a new Logitech wheel for PS5. There's been very hushed comments around wheels and hardware connections and compatibility with the PlayStation 5. I think we'll get some more detail. I think I shared it to the group. The next PlayStation reveal around hardware is on the 1st of August. I think we'll get a good understanding then of what televisions will be the best for your PlayStation 5, what wheels and hardware will be compatible with the PlayStation 5. But I know a lot of the guys, and I'm including one of them, hasn't bought anything yet because I want it to be compatible with PlayStation 5. So I'd rather just wait a little bit and get that peace of mind.
Sure, yeah. Otherwise, it's just a waste of money.
So Dylan's also saying the hot lap ERS is great on 2020. It lets you do 2 hot laps if you need it. Agree. And that's one of the best features that they've added in the 2020 game is obviously the ERS management. In general, I just think the 2020 is a much better replica of Formula 1. So Burnout, so let's just pop in with Nam Assassin. I want to see how far he is on track.
Yeah, I think he's going to put your $100 back in position now.
I'd love to hear that. So here we go, turn 1. Invalid. Alright, Ignite is also going out for another on the top. This is going to get fun. O'Connell. So let's see how he manages turn 1. Safely through. So let's follow him on track and see if he can go personal best. And maybe get us a purple somewhere.
He should get up. He should go to number 1 now.
I can't remember the last time I had a purple sector. Purple is apparently not my color.
Yeah.
Oh,
isn't
man.
that the envious people or what is it? How was it saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, nice exit from Jock there. I missed the first sector, but it looks like a personal best for him, green. So let's see what he does in sector 2. So he's definitely up on his medium time, but not the fastest time in sector 1.
Yeah, he hasn't done a purple sector, but his car is looking. Yeah, there we go.
And as you say that, purple. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That car's looking good.
Yeah, that controller's working, Jock. Nicely getting out of the way there from Crash Tappen. Not sure why he's on track.
You see how nicely he takes that corner.
Brilliant. So let's see, he stays nice and tight to the wall, opening up the exit of this corner, which he does. Get it all together, make or break turn here.
Yeah.
There we go. 134-1, cat. There we go. The cat's amongst the pigeons.
It's good, but I got a feeling it's not good enough.
Well, Jock, Nell, for what it's worth, I think that was a stellar lap from you. Nam Assassin, he's invalidated again, so he's going to ramp up to a hot lap, making space for Ignites. Let's get on board with Ignite today, yeah. So he's starting his hot lap.
Jock Nell's car is looking very good. Whatever setup he's using there is obviously working very nicely.
Very good turn 1 and turn 2 there by Ignite. Let's see how he manages.
Nam Assassin invalidates again.
Pressure. Oh, good exit. This is going to be a good first sector by him. Let's see if he can get a personal best here. And that goes purple. Yep, there we go. Purple.
He's flying.
Let's see sector 2. Oh, yeah, good. He just got rhythm going here. And it's such a nice, if you look at it, if someone's got rhythm on this track, it just makes it look so easy. Obviously,
that's all down to set up and the time you put into your car. You know, if you look at this car and the way that this car enters and exits the corners, it's just good to see. It looks so easy. Another
purple sector 2. There we go. Does that turn very nicely. Let's see how he gets. Touches the apex there. Yeah. No, he's just on the limit. Yeah. Oh, nicely done. Gonna get a nice exit. Yeah. Yes, he does. 2 pressure corners coming up. Let's see if he can. Nice exit. Oh yes, there we go. This is going to be fast.
He's got it.
This is the 133.8. Yeah. 133.0.
What?
Unbelievable. And that ignites, dude. That is a seriously good lap.
He just ignited the track.
There goes my $100. Oh, mother.
Yeah, that's a quick time.
I just would like to say to all the viewers that I meant $100 Zim, by the way. It wasn't rand. For about 90 cents.
Good luck in finding one of those notes.
Oh man, so he's a full second quicker than anyone else in this session. So Nam Assassin, he's starting, so let's get on board with the Ferrari. He's backed out of this one. Fuel is low. He's probably did he miss the pit entry?
No, I think he's just gonna build up ERS and then go again.
Okay, I see the fuel is marginal. Low fuel mode, there you go. So he's going to have to go back to the pits and get some more fuel in.
DBRS already also, I don't know if he's going to start a hot lap now because he's invalidated his lap already. Yeah, he can't. He has to go pit now because his ERS is done and he invalidated. So
also that fuel light.
That's him also done. I hope he's got another tire to have another go at this.
Absolutely. So burn out.
But I mean, the 134.7 is also not a bad time.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's faster than what we did last time.
Burnout still has to come onto the softs.
Yeah, maybe playing a race engineer there for Adrian. Maybe you should tell him that red is the color soon. But there is enough time left. There's 23 minutes left. He's got enough time. A 137.0 on mediums is not bad. I think Adrian could have probably gone another 2 or 3 tenths faster than that. But let's see. Maybe that car's just going to rocket around on the soft. So hopefully for him, you can get it together. At the moment, it's Ignite, Nam Assassin, OQ Nell, all on the softs, DBR on the softs. Burnout still needs to fix the softs. He's in 6th. Esotronic Sean in 7th. And then Sheldon in 8th on Pure softs as well. So while the guys pop into the pits and get their tires sorted and all that kind of stuff, just what lies ahead for us as a league and for you as viewers. So the total or the combined final official timing sheet for Russia will be up on the website tomorrow. You can go check it out on www.FTRF1.com. Then we will physically close the website as from Sunday afternoon for a couple of days for maintenance and to get any information in. Sunday morning the drivers will get a WhatsApp to share with them in which tier they are. We expect them to come back with us within 24 hours on picking teammates, so we can have that by Monday morning. It's normal race week next week for us. We'll confirm with the drivers how we're going to do next week, trying to push the season a little bit forward, season 2. After that, once the teammates have been picked, it's a car auction. So we'll be auctioning off Red Bull, Merc and Ferrari for each tier, and that money will go towards the prize money. And then after that, whatever cars are left and hasn't been bidded on, that will be computer generated, and we'll give the guys a constructor for that season. And then it's a week break in between seasons, so we'll take a nice 5-day break between season 1 and season 2, just to confirm which days we will be racing, tier 1, 2 and 3. And then it's happy days.
What are you on board with now?
I'm currently with Sean Esotronic to see if he can get the softs and see if he can go personal best, but he's definitely also...
Okay, Nell is going to start his hot lap now. Do you want to jump to him quickly?
Yeah, let's get on with him. Oh, he's invalidated some... Oh, okay, so he's...
Yeah, but he's going to get a clean lap now.
Absolutely, apologies. So he's going to start one. So let's see our job, if he can... here we go. Let's see if this Alpha can find a second somewhere. So in the interim, Nam Assassin has gone faster. He's taken that second away, and he's now only 3 tenths off. Oh, Jock running wide. No, this lap's not going to be the one for him.
There.
Yeah. So I would just back right out of this and just start a new one. But he's obviously choosing to go again. Okay, so Nam Assassin has cut down the only 3 tenths. Just over 3 tenths away from Ignite, which is much better to see.
Okay, Neil just backed out completely.
Yeah, I think you listened to us. Well done, Jock. Back out of it, buddy. Get it built up again. There is another lap on these softs for you. And if you've got enough
we got a race here.
Ooh, I saw that. I saw that again, and then now it's Burnout. So here we go again. It's Donovan and Burnout. The last time it was Cactus and Burnout. So he's getting a nice draft here with Burnout.
Yeah. I think that draft just pulled him over the curb.
Yeah, so let's see. Adrian is still on the medium, so let's see if he can set the personal best. He just feels like there's more in the car, and I feel his pain. I did the same last night. I think I was forever on the hard side of stage. I just couldn't get it together.
I don't like that tire at all. I get off it as quickly as I can, get on with it.
So Adrian not going green in sector 1, so it's not a personal best. But let's see sector 2. Much better, Adrian. Let's see if it gets nice traction out there. A little bit up, only 200ths of a second up on his previous time, but I think he's probably aiming to get the sector right. I think he messed this up probably in the previous sector, on the previous lap, so very tentative through that section there. Let's see if he can top that 137.0 that he got earlier. Yeah, come on Adrian, push it, better Adrian, 136. 1, yeah, that's much better for him. So he gets into the 136s. I think he can feel very happy.
Here comes your $100. Nemesis just did a purple sector.
Okay, and I just got on board with this Scuderia Ferrari. Ooh, I swear I will send him a voice note after the session. I will. But let's not take anything away from McKnight. He is super fast.
No,
it's awesome. It's awesome to see that the guy's stepping up. Look, I'm quite honest. I'm not even close to any of these 2 space. I'm quite happy to admit it.
Me neither. I mean, 133 is... I think I ended on a 134.4 or something.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a George Russell kind of scenario at the moment. Or a Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. Oh, misses the apex there. That's going to bugger him around on the exit here. Let's see. Very good turn. Get it together. Pressure corner. Gets out of it. 133.3. So he's made up a little bit of time. He was, I think, a couple of hundredths up. But there's definitely... If that last sector wasn't that bad, if he didn't miss that apex, we would have probably seen it very close to 133.1. I would
sure.
suggest. So it was only that one turn, and I think Nam Assassin realizes that. You can see the frustration in the wheel. There we go. He looks like me now. I tend to swing my car around if I do something funny. But I think if he's got another pair of softs, you can jump in. You can definitely find 210 somewhere, most definitely.
Sure.
Okay, Nell still on a 134.1. He's currently in the pits. Donovan is out, so let's get on board with the Rocket Williams man. He starts his hot lap. So let's follow him around in sector 1 and see what Donovan can get up to. Donovan also is part of our sponsorship. His company, it just misses completely. He's getting annoyed. DBR hasn't. He's done assaults. Burnout.
Donovan just went into the wall. Thank goodness.
The damage is off.
Damage is off, yeah.
Yeah, or else he would have driven a Uno. Put the nose where the bum is. So DBR at 134.7, which I think is a stellar time anyway. Burnout is going out now, so we'll follow him around as soon as he gets out on the softs. That will be his first time on the softs. Ignite is also out on track, so let's see what he's getting up to. He wants to go faster, he wants to get into the 132s.
Yeah, his car's looking very good.
I tell you, the driving style, the car, everything just looks... Yeah, good sort of control through there. The wonders of traction control.
Strange, Nam Assassin is a big Mercedes-Benz supporter, but he drives a Ferrari.
Yeah, just shows you. Let's see. Oh, well, he's retired from the session, so he's basically doesn't have another set, most probably.
Probably not, yeah.
Let's see. If Knight can go even faster, he hasn't set any personal But let's see in this final sector. I thought he nailed the final sector last time around. I don't think there's much time to win in the final sector. 132.9. There we go. A 10 faster. That's
nice,
it. You can
nice.
switch off your Mercedes. You can park it on the left-hand side of the track. You can throw a couple of donuts for us on screen if you want to. It's going to be difficult with your traction control.
Oh.
But yeah.
Well done, Mr. Ignat. You just cost Heinrich $100.
I will claim that definitely from Gerrit. I will send him a voice note just now and tell him how disappointed I am. Oh man. I'm telling saying a 136.1 for burnout with no traction control on. So Arjan has decided to
Mr. Ignat is doing burnouts.
Well done for the donut. A little bit there we go. A little bit amateur, but I'll take it. Thank you for listening on the stream. There we go.
That's rubbing it in your face.
That's just what it's all about. And once again, a big well done to Ignite. I mean, what? Those tires are moog now. But just to get back to Antoni's thing here about the 136.1 on no traction control. Adrian, well done. Taking off the training wheels, buddy. I don't think you should have done it in a practice session, but well done. Bonita's saying he's listening to you. He told you it's not his track. Yeah, Bonita. I know. I'm still going to send him a voice note though. He owes me $100. Not them dollars.
Cowboys don't cry, they get even.
Oh, I like that. But listen, as he parks the Merc on the left-hand side there, that is Ignite for the session. Nam Assassin obviously finishing up in second. O'Connell, he's still out on track. He wants to go a bit quicker.
Yeah, he's just basically building up that car now for a good run.
Right, let's see if he can get. We also get on board with Burnout. You know, he's on the soft at the moment, so let's see if he can set some time. 12 minutes left. These guys are making sure that. Ooh, is it Tronic facing the wrong way at no fault of his own? That was close. Sure. But this is anyway outlap, so it didn't affect him much. So.
Shaken but not stirred.
There we go. So let's follow O'Connell around. Let's see if he can upset the apple cart. Let's see. Maybe this man go and find a half or a second or so for us. Never say never with Jock. Good exit.
That's a tricky corner.
Yeah,
you go too fast, you don't make it.
And you lose everything around this turn because of your exit. So let's see if he's up in sector 1. Looks good. Maybe not the fastest. He's a 10th down on his personal best, so not his best.
Yeah, he cut that corner a little bit too much. So he didn't have a good exit there.
Also saying, yeah, a bit wide. Let's see on sector 2. I think if he loses it in sector 2, I think that's probably him as well for the evening.
Just remind the viewers that this guy is used to driving on a controller and he's now on a...
No, he's used to driving on a
steering wheel.
Yeah.
Wheel, and he's now on a controller.
Yeah, so that's difficult. That's not easy. Let's just see sector 2. It's going to be up or down. Now he's 4 turns down, so I think that's Jock also. Yeah, he's going to park the Alpha. Good job done, Jock, on the controller, buddy. Take nothing away. You're still faster than me on a controller. That makes me depressed. I'm going to stop streaming these sessions and commentate. I just get embarrassed and depressed. Good grief. Burnout has...
Not that bad.
No, for once it is. It is. So Burnout also invalidated.
It's all invalidated.
We'll see if he's got no ERS. Let's see, maybe he jumps into the pit. I think he's got another set of socks left. Donovan also invalidated. DBR's in the pits. Isitronic is retired from the session. Sheldon is retired from the session. So yeah, so 10 minutes left. Let's see if anyone can still surprise us. I think it's now, obviously Burnout would like to get into the 133s if he can. Donovan, I think...
Or maybe you should give the steering wheel to Debbie then.
or that. Maybe Adrian, now's the time. Give it back to Davey. Let Davey put in a 132 year, and then we all know who's been racing for most of the season. I'm probably not going to hear the end of this.
He's going to hate us for this.
Oh man. All right, so a very good session bike night.
It's a pity Nam Assassin retired. Maybe Bonita should take a go at it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty just, I think he ran out of tires. I think I was the same last night. I did what I could and then just said, look, thank you very much, Haas, for season 1. Hopefully I will not see you in season 2. Have a good evening. I'm done with Günther Steiner. I'm done.
Günther Steiner.
Yeah, I'm done with him. He swears more than I do.
He's a character, that guy.
Oh,
We've had so many invalidated laps, it's not funny.
Yeah, I haven't even been onto the screen, but even last night was very difficult for the guys. So Ignite saying it's not his track either. Stop sandbagging. PPC cement is sold out. It's COVID lockdown. Stop throwing sandbags around, guys. If you do 132s, don't tell me it's not your favorite track. If it's not your favorite track, I'm gonna get depressed about your favorite track then, because I'm gonna be 2 seconds off the pace again. Oh, I give up.
Well, I suppose if we gave everyone their favorite tracks, the times would be much different.
Franz, talking about that, what's your favorite track? What track do you think, not so much enjoy it, but what track do you think you're fast on?
I would say Austria. Austria, and I quite like Belgium as well. It's a long track, but it's, for me, it was very intimidating in the beginning. I like Silverstone. I hated Monaco with a passion, but now I feel different about it now. I quite like the new track, Vietnam. I must say, for me, it's not a bad track.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with. I think I'm okay on Silverstone. I quite fancy Australia. I do like Australia. Is definitely one of my favorite tracks. Silverstone. And also Austria. I think Austria is majority of people's favorite tracks. It's a very short circuit, not too technical. I've seen guys doing on basic setups really good times on there. So yeah, I think this is almost the end of the session. I just want to see if anyone else is on track. There's 7 minutes left, so everyone has basically ended their session. Burnout is making this stream the full time, so he's making everyone worth their money. He's making me talk for the full 90 minutes. Oh, good exit, Adrian, as I say that, out of turn 1 and turn 2. Let's see if he can get into the 133s. That will be awesome for him. Nice out of that turn, so let's see.
I see this track. This track has been signed up until 2025 to be part of the tracks for every year.
I'm not a big fan of this track, purely because I think Codemasters track limits are a bit ridiculous on this track. But it's good to see. I see there's also a couple of tracks signed in this year, additional to the calendar, so we're going to see more races this year, which I saw earlier. I wasn't sure which tracks were added, but it's good that Russia is signed to 2025. Oh, he goes purple.
Excuse me.
What's going on, Debbie? It's Debbie.
Excuse
I tell
me.
you now, it's
Debbie.
Debbie.
Ek het jou mos gesê. Oh.
Come on, Adrian, get this together, buddy. Oh, pressure, super TV.
Well done, Debbie.
Good. Just get these 2 corners together. Get into the 133s, my buddy. Come on, then. Come on, get in there. He lost everything in the last sector again. Good.
Yeah, his car went into a side, a slide there.
I think it's also pressure. All of a sudden, you see and I know because you see on the right-hand side purple popping up, and you think to yourself, "Fuck, that can't be my time. It can't be me that's purple at the moment." and then you realize it's you, and then you mess up the next corner. So I've been through that. Yeah, that's a good exit. So the only people really on track still is, I think it's Burnout. So we'll just wait for him to finish. Everyone else is basically said that's enough.
Well, just another quick fact around this track was the first race, as I said, was held in 2014. And it only once was the guy in pole. Only once had the guy that had the pole position. In 2014, Lewis had pole position and he won the race. From there up to 2019, none of the pole starters won the race.
Sure. Look, it's a nice track to overtake. I think there's plenty of space to overtake.
Plenty
and stuff,
space.
so it's almost like France. France is also for me. I love France. It's one of those tracks where there's plenty of runoff and
another slide.
Traction control. That's also just traction control being off. Yeah, he's going back into the pits. Let's see if Adrian's going to make us talk for a full 90 minutes. Adrian, Debbie, you've got 4 minutes left on the softs. So let's see. While we're finishing off here, I think a big thank you to everyone from my side and I think from the management side for participating in the full practice sessions. 2 weeks ago we were in Austria. This week we finished off in Russia. Everything is done and dusted now. A big thank you to all the drivers, to all the commentators, for everyone who's been assisting the management team and myself with getting this going. I think we set the benchmark. I don't think there will be a pre-season testing for FTR again. I think we know where our drivers are.
Yeah, there's a good choice doing this.
Yeah, and I think with obviously adding a lot of new drivers, we currently, I think, with all the new registrations on the website, I think we're sitting on 46 or 47 drivers for next season. So we're almost at the 50 mark, which I think is absolutely insane, and I could have never imagined this. And as I say that, someone's engine starts up, and that is going to be, let me get my $100 back. I bet you it's $100 is Adrian. Let's see.
Debbie does F1.
And Debbie comes out of the... Debbie does F1. Listen, isn't there there's an Afrikaans movie called Debbie, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there? So yeah, I'm not going to say this is Driving Miss Daisy, and I'm also not going to say this is Thelma and Louise, because then you might get upset. But this, if I look at this, this is Adrian's last set of softs. So Adrian's got 2 minutes to make it to the finish line and start the hot lap. Let's see if he can get into the 123s. This is dedication, this is commitment, not giving up on himself. He was definitely purple in the previous lap in sector 2, so there is time for him, so let's see. How would that be for an upset? If this man comes and he puts in a 132. I mean, that would just be ridiculous. It's almost like Marcus Stan van der Goot 2, who was absolutely insane in the Ferrari. He just got that Ferrari hooked up nicely.
Let's see how he does, yeah. I mean, it does sort of be, if he does another purple sector, I'm going to start shouting.
Yeah, I'm going to get excited, yeah, as well. So let's see how he gets on with this. So he's out lap. He's got 2 minutes left on the clock.
Setup seems to be working nicely.
Yeah, on the soft. It's just this corner that caught him out. No, but tentative and turning again. He's just not
much better. A little bit wide, but
stays nice to the left. Yeah, you want to open up this corner for you. Yeah, there we go. Getting practice in for it. It's all about exit. Yeah. All right, let's.
Oh, Adrian!
That no. is, and I would say to everyone who's watching and all the crowd going in the background, oh, that is traction control, and I must tell you that I've had more of those moments in 2020 than what I had corner moments, so DRS moments. So,
well, that's all for him, to him for trying at least. I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Traction control, I would never try that. I mean, I don't have the balls. There's something I can't get right.
You will. Eventually, you will. And that day is coming soon for you. And Adrian says he's had enough. Yeah, there we go. Burnout 007 doing some burnouts. Ignite, if you're watching, that's how you do burnouts. You put your traction control off and you just floor it. And see hundreds of thousands of rands on the top. So there we go. So that is practice done and dusted for FTR. A big thank you to everyone. I think that pass is just too hot. Let's just get off.
That's a donut.
Let's just get off him. Let's not keep too much of that. So as we finish off, it's Ignite, the tops of time sheets in the softs. He also dominated the hards. The mediums. Nam Assassin second, Okinel third, Burnout in fourth, Donovan Duffy in fifth, DVR in sixth, and then Sean Electronics ZA in 7th, and Cactus the Big in 8th. Once again, thanks very much for everyone for joining us. We will be catching you next week on the normal racing time. So Monday night will be Brazil. Yeah, it's Brazil for tier 2, and Wednesday night it is Brazil for tier 1. We will give some more feedback around how we're going to manage next week, trying to move season 2 forward. From my side in France, this was awesome. I think you should do this more often with me.
Yeah, pleasure.
I absolutely enjoyed it, so thank you very much for popping in. Thanks for all the comments on the stream. Bonita, Debbie, Insane Syndicate, Ignite, yeah, everyone who was just popping in. Umkhara Kotsa, if you're still listening, your voice note's coming just now. I expect a UPS parcel with $100 in. Anyway, that's it from me. Very enjoyable session geweest. So ja, en Frans, baie dankie vir jou. Ek gaan 'n bietjie afsluit in Afrikaans. Baie dankie vir almal wat gekyk het. Ons doen 'n bietjie Afrikaanse totsiens vanaand want ons is in Suid-Afrika. So baie dankie vir almal wat gekyk het en ons sien julle weer volgende week as ons die volgende deel van ons seisoen tackle. Lekker aand vir almal. Cheers, ciao en totsiens.